live from Sweet Swine County, where every day is sweet. It's Split Hoof tonight with Billy Gates and the Broken Window Band. I'm Earl Silo, and here is Sweet Swine County's own Cousin John.
Hey, thank you. Welcome to episode 5 of Split Hoof tonight. You know, I was looking through things that went on this last week. There's really something that we got to talk about, folks. With all the crap that's going on in the country, you know, we got oil spills and we got wars that people don't want and we got immigration laws and we got all kinds of stuff like that. Something happened that I think was really kind of important, and it just kind of went by the wayside. This past week, a little old man by the name of Larry DeVries passed away, 93 years old, quietly in his home, family around him, all that kind of stuff. Now, that may not mean a lot to you guys, but you may know something that Larry was really famous for. Larry wrote the song and the dance, the Hokey Pokey. We all knew that. We all love that. But his family was traumatized down at the funeral home. See, Larry was fully embalmed. They went to put him in his casket. They put his left foot in, and that's when it all just fell apart.
Another good one, Cousin John.
Thanks. Hey, before we go any further, we got to check out one of these places. It's outside Sweet Swine County. We're going to go take a look. Come along with us. We'll be right back.
Oh, hello again. Colonel Von Breger here. I was just going over some of my adventures here in my journal. Have I ever told you about the time I was on safari in Africa? Perhaps not. Or the time I flew over uncharted waters in the Black Sea. There again, perhaps I haven't shared that with you. Well, these are some of my adventures, and I'm going to be doing other adventures now in the South, specifically southern Minnesota, visiting towns and communities. In fact, we're taking an adventure today. Why don't you join me as we go to St. James, Minnesota. St. James, the county seat of Watonwan County in southwest Minnesota, offers a wide range of opportunities for recreation and relaxation, and the kind of hometown service and hospitality that will make you want to return. With recreational opportunities offered in their lakes, parks, and the St. James Bike Trail, St. James is bully good. Visit the St. James Area Chamber of Commerce to make St. James your vacation destination. Come on over and make yourself at home. And again, bully St. James. Bully. Well, let's discover some of the fine businesses and establishments as we continue our adventure.
Hey, and we're back. Let's hear it for Billy Gates and the Broken Windows Band. Say, Billy, I hear that you're going to release an album with your greatest hits. Is that right?
Yes, Cousin John.
Don't try to contain yourself. I bet it's going to be a good seller, though. But, Earl, you got a CD in your truck, don't you?
I sure do. And you know, by the way, my handle is Windy Silo.
No, Earl. CD, compact disc player, not a CB radio.
Oh, yeah. 10-4, good buddy. I read you loud and clear. Oh, by the way, I think I want to change my 20.
Well, so where are you and your convoy going off to now? You're telling me that Earl's going to step out?
That's right. It's time for a little segment we've come to know as...
Earl steps out!
You know, Cousin John, I've been looking around and I found a spot over in Adrian. I made some notes on it.
Adrian?
Yep, Adrian, Minnesota. They've got a little celebration that they call Christmas in July. And I had some notes here. Adrian, Minnesota, they got a population of about a little over 1,200 people, celebrates winter in the middle of summer. They'd like you to join them for their Christmas in July celebration. On Saturday, July 17th, they start with a farmer's market where you'll find wonderful produce and other local fare.
We can use that.
Yep. Then join the fun run and walk around the Adrian area and the disc golf tournament.
Oh, that's that Frisbee stuff.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
okay.
The food stands, they open around 11 and they remain open all day.
Well, I'll bet that's some good food.
Yep. Now, small town celebrations, they develop lifelong memories with little children. So let the kids enjoy the games. Bounce around on the inflatables, and they'll have the Sanford Great Plains Zoo Express there for them to take in. Yeah, yep.
Great Plains Zoo, that's out of Sioux Falls over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And the adults, they can add to their fond memories by attending the classic car and tractor show also that afternoon.
To see some tractors.
That's right. That's right. Now make sure you get your seat along the city streets long before the parade starts at 7 p.m. The Christmas in July theme makes for some interesting floats and other entries into that parade.
Okay.
Now after the parade, get in on the duck race raffle or watch the kids pedal tractor pull and cheer for your favorite youngster as they build their memories of the day.
Okay.
Now at 9 p.m., join in the fun as this small town holds their annual pageant and crowns this year's Ms. Adrian Drag Queen.
Oh boy.
For more information, contact Adrian City Hall at 507-483-2849.
Well, that's really something. Earl, you'd be stepping out of Sweet Swine County then.
Yeah. I think I'm going.
You're going to go this time.
I'm going to sure give her a shot.
Going to give her a shot. Okay. Well, something tells me it isn't going to happen, but hey, hope for the best for you.
So that's my plan, good buddy. When
Earl steps out!
Well, hey, that was a great report, Earl. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming all the way from Pipestone, Minnesota, Mr. Mick Myers. Mick, welcome very much. We're glad to have you here.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
So now we understand that you're from Pipestone. We
Correct.
all know where that's at, over in the southwest corner of the state.
Corner of the state.
And now you're with the chamber. Is that what I
Yes.
got over there?
Yeah, I'm the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh,
that's
executive
yeah, it's a
director.
big title.
Should have
Big
a
title.
tie on there. You know, you're the pro at this. Tell us all about Pipestone and the things that you have going on there this summer.
Yeah, I'll be happy to. Pipestone's a town of over 4,500 people, and we're located, as you said, in the southwest corner of the state. And we're basically an agricultural town, but we have a lot of manufacturing, wind tower, blade manufacturing, and that type of thing. But we also have a lot of tourist attractions and so forth in our community, and we do a lot of festivals.
Oh, okay. So what are some of the festivals that you've got coming up? Earl likes to talk about them. He doesn't always get to them, but I get out to a lot of them. So.
Well, I've seen you at festivals before in Pipestone, but we'd sure like to see Earl there. One of the things that we got coming up is really cool. We have a Pipestone powwow, and that is a really neat event. The powwow is a very colorful event. Native Americans from the Midwest come together. They come to Pipestone. They're there for 3 days, and a powwow is a fun event. It's like a party. I mean, you know, they come to dance.
Do they have like the hoop dancers and
yes,
all
the
that?
hoop dancers,
that's
the grass
great.
dance.
You folks got to go see some of that stuff.
Exactly. The jingle dress. All kinds of medals,
yeah.
you know, on the dresses, and when the girls when they walk around, you can just hear them jingle, and then the hoop dance is always one of the more favorite dances because it has a lot of action in it and so forth.
Yeah, there's quite a Native American draw with Pipestone there,
yes,
right?
There is.
There's some long history there.
There's a lot of long history for, I don't know, it's been thousands of years, over 10,000 years. Indians have always quarried the soft red stone called Pipestone at the Pipestone National Monument.
Okay.
And so and Indians have always come to Pipestone in peace to quarry the stone. And so that's why we have a very good Indian tradition in Pipestone.
Well, besides the powwow, what else have we got going on this summer?
Well, one other little thing with the powwow, the night before the powwow, they have, at our Performing Arts Theater, they have a connecting the circle. It's an Indian dance concert.
Oh.
And that's really neat. And this year, a gentleman by the name of Michael Butcher is going to be playing. And Michael played at President Obama's inauguration. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Is he, what instrument?
He's a flute player.
He's the flute player.
Yes,
Yeah.
extraordinary. He's very, very good. But the other, on this same day, if you can imagine that, we also have a Red Hat extravaganza.
The Red Hat?
Red Hat
Oh, the Red Hat
extravaganza.
ladies,
You
yeah.
bet. We had several hundred Red Hat ladies come to Pipestone, and they're at our Performing Arts Center, and we entertain them. We have saddled luncheons. We get the red fire truck out. We do fire truck rides all over town. And
Well, there's always something about women in fire trucks. They love those firemen.
They love those firemen, you
Yeah.
bet. And then we have a group called Divas of the Ages from Minneapolis coming down for entertainment. So that's a really cool event.
So, Earl, what do you think about that hat there?
You aren't going to make me put that red hat on, are you, Cousin John?
Well, that red might clash with your camel a little bit, but I really think the purple would tie it all together real well.
It might go with my tie, maybe.
Yeah. So after the Red Hat ladies, then we got, and you said that, and that's the start of the powwow.
Yeah, and that's on the same day. And then we have another event that very same day. This is all out in the, which a lot of people are familiar with, the Song of Hiawatha Pageant Grounds, a beautiful Song of Hiawatha Pageant Grounds. They're also going to have a rendezvous that same day.
Is that the Mountain Men?
Mm-hmm. That's the Mountain Men.
Oh, I've got an old friend of mine that does that. Maybe he'll be coming over here for that.
So it's pretty cool. We'll have a powwow, we'll have a rendezvous, and we'll have the Red Hat ladies all in one day in Pipestone.
And what day is that?
That's July 24th and 25th.
24th.
Be a wild weekend.
Wow. That's great. So anything else going on this?
Sure like to talk a little bit about the Civil War, Pipestone Civil War Days.
Civil War Days.
Yes, we're having, this is in August 14th and 15th.
Okay.
We'll have about 300 reenactors will be coming to Pipestone.
Oh, they shoot the cannons off and do all that? Oh, that's a lot of fun.
And they do battles, 2 huge battles, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And we also have a grand ball in the evening when all of the reenactors dress up in dresses and in their native era costumes.
Wow.
Costumes, right.
And then they have their fancy.
And then they're taught how to dance. They're taught how to dance. There's a band there that teaches them how to dance, and then they have a several-hour grand ball, grand march, and so forth.
Wow.
But probably the coolest thing of the whole thing is Mr. and Mrs. Abraham Lincoln will be there, and they will be on the parade grounds, both days and so forth. But on Friday night at the Performing Arts Center, they do a show called The Last 60 Minutes of Abraham Lincoln when he was alive. Mm-hmm. And they're sitting on stage, and Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln are talking. He's talking about, they just freed the slaves, and he's talking about, what happened during his presidency, and saying to his wife that he thinks that everything went fairly well, and she's agreeing. And like I say, they're both sitting there, and he says, well, it's about time to go. And bang, just like that, there's a shot. And that's the end of the show.
Wow.
And it is really a very touching. So I hope people can come to see that. They'll enjoy it.
Well, that's great. Mm-hmm. Well, what else can you tell us about Pipestone? Anything that we're missing that we need to know? Us, people down here in rural Sweet Swine County, what might we find over there that we like?
I'll tell you, if you get to Pipestone, all over there's a lot of things to do. The Pipestone National Monument, that's a cool place. It's been there for years, and that protects the soft red stone that the Indians come to quarry. They quarry it all by hand, and I would suspect that every year we have visitors from every state in the Union, and I think it's 44 foreign countries last year. Wow. Because they come, it's very, very neat history, and people really enjoy that. And then just kind of on opposite of that type of a thinking and feel, we have wind towers, and we have a really cool place out there called Buffalo Ridge, which years ago it's an old it's about 300 feet higher than the rest of the area, and it's an old glacial deposits. And so it's high enough that they can put wind towers on there, and they're exposed then to the proper winds.
Sure.
And they do a very good job of producing wind power.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we've got some of that around here, and I know
Yes, you do.
up in Martin County they got some up there, and they got some over in Jackson County over there. That's a pretty good thing. Well, Mick, hey, we want to thank you for stopping in today. We always great to hear about stuff that's going on outside Sweet Swine County. In fact, we got our reporters out there all the time. Would you want to hang around with us and watch one more?
Sure.
Well, let's watch this special report here from outside Sweet Swine County. We'll be back in just a bit.
Welcome back to KLUK, and I'm Ronnie P. Silage with almost breaking news, and today we're highlighting Truman. Now, folks, I have to confess, I was born in Truman. Yes, I graduated from Truman High School. Today I live in Sweet Swine County, but Truman has a special place in my heart. Oh, yes, let's do a shout-out for Mr. Kramer, Mrs. Abraham, Mrs. E., Mr. Well, it can go on and on and on. Truman Days, the Truman Days Festival, yes, coming up right now at the end of July. Whether you're a picker, a collector, or just enjoy finding bargains, we have a great rummage sale on Friday and Saturday in Truman. If you enjoy sports, well, join or watch the men's softball tournament, the 5K run walk, or the co-ed volleyball tournament. After all that, indulge in some bingo or shop the craft vendors downtown or in Graff Park. So watch the semi-pro football all-star exhibition game as well. Kids will have a lot of fun on the inflated bouncer, having their faces painted or joining in kids' games. Of course, the Truman Pool, the famous Truman Pool, is always open, and they can get up close and personal with the animals at the 4-H petting zoo, or join the competition at the kids' tractor pedal pull. There's also lots to see on the classic car rollout and the motorcycle ride-in. You can also tour Truman's wonderful Historical Society Museum. Yes, the Truman Museum is a gem in the county. Throughout the day, you can relax in your own lawn chair and enjoy various entertainments in Graff Park, at the pool. And be sure to enter the Truman Day Sweepstakes with the drawing held on Sunday. And what would a celebration be without a grand parade? And Truman has one of the best. Another tradition, the street dance, is a big part of Truman Days. Don't miss the street dance on Ciro Street. That's Truman's main street. There'll be lots of food available all weekend long from restaurants and food vendors and other organizations like the Boy Scouts, the Lions Club, local churches, the Martin County Pork Producers, Truman Fire and Rescue, and American Legion, and several school groups. Truman invites you to enjoy Truman Days. Come on up to Truman. For more information and event times, call City Hall, 507-776-7951. This has been Ronnie P. Silage for Almost Breaking News.
Hey, that was another great report. Say, Mick, what do you got there on your lap there? What is that?
That's a T-shirt. It's a T-shirt. We make these T-shirts every year for our Civil War Festival. Aren't they cool?
Wow,
Yeah, you bet.
That's great.
Yep, and so we always have those. We have them for our workers, and then we also have some that we sell and so forth. And they're just a nice little memento and so forth.
Yeah.
And I got one here for both of you guys.
Well, hey,
Wow,
we
thank
like
you.
that.
You know,
Thank you very much.
as a matter of fact, I think I got enough for everybody in the audience. Thank you.
In the studio audience. Oh, studio audience.
Nice
That's
T-shirt.
better than Oprah. Hey, well, how about that? There's a bunch of good, great reports. Another great guest. That wraps up number 5.
5 already.
Number 5 of Split Hoof tonight. Good night, everybody.